What is up, guys? This is a new camera and this is super freaking weird. So if I'm looking at the screen don't mind me. But yeah, you guys, I got a lot of, everyone's upset about how shaky the videos are. And I get that because my old camera, which was the A6500, not that stable. So I upgraded to this, which is the Sony something or Mike from Divine Media suggested it. So we're trying it out. And let me know what you guys think. What do you think, B?
I don't know. See, why are you closing the screen? I want to see.
But then you look at it.
Is it less stable? Oh yeah, you're right. I gotta look at the lens, not the...
So there's some downfalls. I mean, this is a pocket cam. The other one was like a full-on camera, but let me know what you guys think. We're gonna film the first vlog with it today. And well, we're gonna start off with something cool and something we didn't even realize. And well, Jip, the owner of the Budget Hatch, him and Brian actually spent all winter painting it.
Yeah.
And we never talked about it. The car's been on the channel for a long time. Jip hasn't been around because he got himself a little girlfriend now.
Oh. Well, also was working on that. So
yeah, I know.
I got no car to bring around.
Busting your
Don't blame
chops.
her. Don't blame her. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Let's see it. Come on.
But it's here because we had to give it a quick little checkup on the tune. Had some add a couple sensors because Jip is drifting for the first time.
Saturday. I lucked out. I took a week off like in December of last year, and it happened to fall on a Lock City weekend.
So, are they ready? Ooh, there she is, boys. I hope like camera does it justice because this came out really, really good. This car was body-wise a little rough.
It was pretty bad. I think we did like pretty okay for single stage metallic. If you know anything about painting, you never paint single stage metallic, and we kind of got it laid down. So
you did an awesome job.
Thank you.
Well, except for the side markers and the headlight covers, those are missing because I painted those and I'm waiting on the markers.
Yeah, excuse.
Well, it's like 95% together.
Oh yeah.
It's got cool wheels. That's all that matters.
All that matters.
They need to be polished.
He's got the kooky tails. It looks good, dude. I'm so excited.
I'm hyped too.
We drifting hatches together.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not 50 Shades of Grey anymore.
Oh, just check it out. Guys, the Budget Hatch. If you guys have been around for a while, you guys know the Budget Hatch. This car is dear and near to our hearts. This is a really cool experience. This is probably one of the first time Brian was actually on the channel.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You tubbed the bay, and I came in and painted the whole thing in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, Brian, could you just paint it quickly after work? And he looked at it, he goes, you got a couple days worth of work here. I said, nah, just spray it. And he did.
I just sprayed it.
And it worked.
Still, the paint didn't fall off.
No, it's still there. Somewhat.
All right, Jip, the real question is, as a Budget Hatch, what's the final number?
The number?
What do you got into this thing?
Honestly, like besides all like little odds and ends, I don't know, maybe like under $5 grand, maybe. And that's like including a lot of like big parts.
$4,750, including the paint job?
Yeah, well, around there probably.
Between like the little labor.
Stuff.
Yeah, he's got some boys to help him out there.
Yeah, I definitely hooked him up, but like 5 to 55 with paint job for 270 horsepower turbo KA.
Can't beat that.
Ready?
Budget Hatch.
That's all you need.
Looks sick.
Well, there it is, boys. And you'll be seeing more of this hopefully soon at the track. I'm feeling the cam so far.
Yeah? Let me see.
It's a good feel. We just kind of lost the whole zooming in technique, but I think that used to piss people off, so. Bye, Jip. See you sunset Friday.
Hey, Jip, you still have an exhaust manifold leak.
Yeah, you should probably fix that.
Oh, you just spent like the last 3 days fixing it.
All right, so Brian's back at work. Jip, I don't know what he does with his life, but Daihatsu mini truck right here, right? We got it, it's sick. We haven't really touched it because I didn't really want to touch it until it's road legal because that's where all the fun starts. And I have my appointment for the DMV tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
It's gonna go,
They told us we have all the right paperwork.
So we're gonna get the plates for it. We can finally start enjoying the thing, but for now, it cleaned it.
I'm gonna enjoy the ever-living crap out of it.
Me and RJ are gonna fight over this thing every day, but first mod I've been really dying to do on this thing is actually throw a Nardi steering wheel in it. Because you guys know, I put a Nardi in literally everything. And well, the mini truck has to have one too. But unfortunately, you just can't order a steering wheel adapter for these things. You probably can.
Who would have thought?
Maybe in Japan. But I've ordered like 6 different one of these. I keep trying different vehicles, hoping it'll fit. And well, so far, 5 out of 6 have been a letdown. This is number 6.
You're on 6?
I'm feeling, they're cheap. Luckily they're cheap.
I only remember 3 of them.
Dude, I'm so upset about it.
You got the receipts for these?
So this one's actually for a Daihatsu. I don't know what the hell kind of Daihatsu it's for, but it's by Daihatsu. Everything else was from different manufacturers. I tried a bunch of Toyota ones. I tried a Nissan one, a Mazda one, nothing. But we'll see if this one actually works. Oh, there you go. This thing has been off literally 6 times. Cool. I'm nervous. I already know the clock spring's not gonna work because it's the wrong, whatever, no big deal. Okay. Oh, it actually freaking fits.
Yes!
I looked at this thing long enough, I would know, huh? Dude, this is so fitting. It is unreal. You know what this means, RJ?
I don't actually.
It means that we now need bride seats for this thing.
Oh my god.
Dude, I love this so much. I have more knee room now, which is super nice.
Couple Ooga Joogas.
Oh my god, Randy, what do you think? Look at this.
The wood grain, baby.
This is so much better because now the steering wheel isn't hitting my legs too.
You can fit in here, dude. You can actually drive it.
Dude, this is me. I never felt so me in my life. K-truck with an already steering wheel.
You feel like yourself?
All right, we gotta put a good button in this thing too. So I got a little G-Corp one. These things, I love these things. Ooh, right?
Fancy.
Dude, the little ghost is my favorite thing ever. It just reminds me of Mario during like the.
Yeah, that's what it's from.
I don't know if that's what it's from.
I mean,
G-Corp is like a. Maybe it is.
Mario was around before G-Corp.
Let me see if I can get this thing in here. Oh, that makes me so happy. Look at that combo, dude. That is so freaking cool. So I have way too much fun modifying this mini truck. And well, there's one more thing I want to do today because we got some time. And that is install this thing.
Yes, I'm so happy that's going on here.
So this little thing right here is actually a speaker. And we actually got this from a subscriber named Ethan Everson. I believe that's his name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. But he got this from getjapan.com. And what this is at least I think it's a backup speaker. So it plays like a little tune and says a little something something. And if it's not, I don't care because we're gonna hook it up as a new backup tone for the Daihatsu. Check this thing out, it's very fitting. So it actually has 2 tones. It has voice and it has a song. So I think this is the voice. Come on, how good is that?
I think that's for when you enter like a convenience store.
I'm pretty confident it is. And then there's a song. That must be when you rob the convenience store. But you can actually put them together and it makes like the perfect just backup tone or whatever. I don't know. I can't think of a better use for it than this on the mini truck. Like, how perfect is that? My plan is, let's hook this up to the reverse light on the truck, so every time I put it in reverse, it plays this song.
Do it.
Sound good?
My neighbors in the condo are gonna hate me every day when I back out.
This is definitely gonna embarrass us a few
Oh,
times,
yeah.
but it's so worth it.
Oh yeah, it's worth the embarrassment.
The cleanest spot to mount it is gonna be like right back here. I don't know if you can even see it. How's the low light on that camera?
It's actually really good.
Oh, not bad. All right, so we're gonna mount this thing right up here. Cool. I can't get over the fact now that like I keep thinking of it as like a door chime now. I don't know why I didn't even think about that before. All right, you guys see it right there? All right, tucked back. Nice is for the reverse light, since this is obviously gonna be a super, this is awkward to lay down and talk. So now all we have to do is wire this into reverse light. This obviously pulls very little power, so we can kind of just put it right into it. So not too worried about that. This in here, tie it up real nice. Get in there. Cool. All right, let's give this thing a whack.
Right up, dude.
All right.
Start it right up.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
And how long until you think we'll get sick of this?
I mean, I give it 4 weeks.
One of us is just gonna get pissed and just rip that thing up. This is fantastic.
It's gonna be me at my condo.
It's gonna be your neighbor is gonna be pissed. Yeah.
Somebody's gonna come out and rip it out from underneath the truck.
One more. I gotta hear it one more time.
See how loud it is from this side.
It's nice and subtle.
Hold on. Want to see how loud it is?
It's just as loud over here. At least I can say that if I back into somebody, they can't say that they didn't hear me coming.
Best mod yet. This thing is dope. All right, so now for the big thing of the day. So, you guys might have noticed the S15 isn't in the shop. I don't know if you guys could tell, but the S15 had a lot of body damage. The rear quarter was whacked. The rear quarter was very damaged. And if I was a good vlogger, I would have recorded all of this last week, but I suck at this thing. But the quarter was heavily damaged. There was a lot of surface rust in the back. There was rust forming on the C-pillar. There was a bunch of deep scratches, a bunch of little dents and dings. There was holes in the trunk. And well, I needed to get it fixed really bad because I really want to get the car one color. And I've been going insane because I've had a hard time getting bodywork done on all my cars, and while they all need a lot of bodywork. And I have Brian. Yes, Brian is amazing at what he does, but Brian is an extremely busy guy, and unfortunately, he just hasn't had a lot of time. So I've been going nuts trying to find another group of people or people that I trust, and it's hard in this area. I don't know why, but it's extremely hard. So we're very fortunate, and we actually have a restoration shop in our plaza, and well, they do amazing work, and they're backed up pretty far. But I explained to them how frustrated I was with just literally just staring at this paperweight of an S15 that I had. And well, they hooked it up and they addressed the quarter, they fixed the whole rear end, they prepped a bunch of things ready so we just have to do a little bit of sanding and we can finally get this thing wrapped.
Did you tell everybody you were wrapping the car?
Yeah, I think I told them. Yeah, but it feels like a million pounds have been lifting off my shoulders because I've just feeling so helpless, and obviously it sucks.
This was the only thing holding you up from getting a color change.
Dude, there's so many things, like the bodywork is like the main thing holding me up on like everything right now. And I know you guys yell at me all the time, like get this painted, get this fixed, and trust me, I am trying. And bodywork is just that one thing. So let's go get the car and see how it looks. So it's just in primer, I just haven't primed it for me. So there's no paint, but the damage is repaired. So
it's a nice smooth surface again.
Exactly. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm also extremely excited.
I'm very excited to see it.
And look, we're here. Innovative Restorations.
Nice and easy walk.
All right, so the guys down at Innovative just pulled it out. And now, of course, it's not gonna look as pretty because it's just a bunch of spots of primer. But what's nice now is we have, you know, the hard parts done. Now I could just paint prep. So just do some sanding, and we're ready to wrap it, which is amazing. Said I feel like an idiot for not recording more of this, but before we had a couple rust bubbles forming down the C-pillar. We had some random dents down here. If you look in the trunk now, there's no more holes, and there was a lot of surface rust underneath the wing. And then most importantly, this was the major damage that like really had me upset from the beginning, was the taillight pocket. This whole thing was whacked and just dented in, which then pulled everything in the rear end, which made the bumper literally sunk in like almost 2 inches. It was really bad. Now this is the first time I've ever seen the car with a perfectly fitting taillight. And I'll tell you what, it is definitely a good feeling.
Perfectly fitting taillight, perfectly fitting bumper.
And what's nice, he also handled a lot of the surface rust. Like I keep saying, this car was pretty rusty. It wasn't that bad considering like I'm used to like Northeast 240s. But S15 in general, what I've noticed is they just tend to be rustier. They must have just used crappier metal. They used a crappier base coat, lack of seam seal and everything. It's just a very common issue with the S15s. Well, he handled a lot of it. He put new seam sealer on a lot of the edges for me, which is nice because like I said, the car just completely lacks a seam sealer. And in the trunk, he also handled a lot of the rust. So, man, it might not be super exciting for you guys, but I can't be more thankful because this was like really stressing me out. Look, even here, like this might look a little dramatic with the primer, but there was a crazy deep scratch down the whole side of the door. Smoothed it out, got it all good to go. So now we just gotta prep the front bumper, get the rear bumper on, show you guys the rest of the aero, replace the windshield, and send this thing for wrap. So one step closer to having a pretty cool looking S15.
Very close to having a really cool looking S15.
I was so tempted just to start freaking engine swapping it, but I really want to enjoy it before the winter starts. And well,
we still got a good couple months of nice weather.
We're finally making some good progress. cannot begin to describe how happy and relieved I am to have that thing back. We still got a lot of work, but we're finally making some progress. So we're gonna continue on. I don't know, it must be my birthday or something, because we're getting more bodywork stuff done today and I couldn't be more excited. So as you guys know, we cut the roof off the S13 to replace it, and today we're making some more progress on it, and I couldn't be more freaking excited. Now this camera's gonna suck because the audio is probably picking up everything, so hopefully this works out. She almost ready to get glued on?
That's it, she's almost ready. I'm trying to slightly push out some of these dents so we have less work later.
So tonight the goal is to get this like glued on and a couple welds, right?
No, a lot of welds.
Okay.
All this will be welded completely done.
Okay.
We have a couple spot welds or plug welds. I'm sorry. We have to do on the front.
And that's because
you have a roll cage.
And the
spot welder won't fit.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. So I'm gonna have to plug weld all those because the cage fits too tight right here. The middle we can use a spot welder, which we'll be using probably tomorrow.
Right. So yeah, tonight this will be on and in place forever, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get over to our buddies down the road and spot weld the rest of the seams. Yeah.
Perfect. So today we are taking this and we are marrying it finally to my chassis. I couldn't be more excited. This is all prepped now. It's fully E-coated, looking factory fresh. This is amazing. Brian straightened out all of this stuff, and today's a good day. Check this shit out.
All right, you ready?
What is that?
This is NVH dampening material, noise, vibration, and harshness damper.
Where is it? So you can see there's like a little bit of rubber in between this panel. Why aren't you focusing? And the skin right here, and that's actually to do exactly what Bryce said.
Yeah, well, it's to stiffen the panel, obviously, because if it was just an empty skin, then it would be super floppy.
But if it was just straight welded, then it would
probably make noise or vibrate or be harsh, right? So I've scuffed all these areas. I still got to blow it off, but each one of these spots, I'm gonna put a big old dab of that glue. Same thing with the front, and then we'll slide it on, and that'll just sit as a little buffer layer in between this metal and stiffen up the skin.
Just like factory.
Yep.
Perfect. All expensive. Why are you wasting it?
You should always, whenever you put a new tip on, put some out of the tube first, just to make sure you have a really good mix that you're putting in the car.
This end of the tube right here is actually mixing. Yeah, look at it. Look at all the steps in there.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe my hand. There we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. You can see it mixed together. That's pretty cool.
We want a big old fat dab, enough. All right.
Yeah, you know plenty about that.
No, I don't. I'm a flower kind of guy.
Sorry. Drew would know all about this then.
That's true.
Oh, I love the focus on the new camera, man.
I'm sure you do. You love sticking the camera so close into people's faces. You're gonna love that.
Dude, look at it.
All right, here's the hard part. Now we gotta slide the roof on and not try to stick it until it's in the right spot.
See?
Yep.
Ooh, not too shabby. Oh yeah.
I'm happy with that. You can see it on the inside.
Yeah, it looks super clean. Huh. I thought you did a lot, but it looks like you did just enough.
You could already hear it's less tinny, right? And it's not even welded on yet.
Yeah. Now that stuff is on, clamp her up. We got to weld all the plug welds right here because of course the cage is right here, so we can't fit the spot welder. And then weld all the seams. And then tomorrow we're gonna bring it over to Innovative and we're gonna use their spot welder and we're gonna actually spot weld everything else on just like OEM. It'll save us a lot of time not having to grind all the plug welds because we could have plug welded the whole thing if we had to. And then we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and it's also certainly better for corrosion at the end of the day. I mean, that's how the factory does it, and there's a reason there's not, 90 guys walking around a car with a MIG welder.
I know we're not sponsored by them or anything, but can we just take a moment of appreciation for the Everlast? This thing built Nasanda and literally everything in here.
And it's lasted forever.
I cannot, the welding hours of this thing on that car is, and the amount of diffs we like, it is unreal. And this thing I think is sub $400. It is ridiculous. she wrote.
That's it, man. That's all I can do. Well, other than grind the welds, but for today, that's as far as we can weld it on, and I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is a huge step. It's crazy to see this thing with a slick top in it, because this shell always had that crusty ass roof, and even though the car is a million colors right now, it looks nicer than ever because literally it has a presentable roof on it. I can't wait to see it unmasked with wheels and stuff on it.
I know. I just want to grind the welds now.
Like it never even happened.
That's right.
Bondo who? Not too shabby. And what's funny is we had the factory braze line right here because the way it worked out, having to cut it off the old skin and everything, we actually had to go above it. So it's pretty funny. Like if you would ever sand this down in the future, you would think that nothing was ever done to it. Well, maybe not that, but we're in the final stretch. The rest of it is easy. The grinding's easy. The plug welds are easy. Then the rest is just gonna be paint prep. And finally get this car back on the track. A huge step was done today. Still gotta grind all the metal. That'll be easy. I'll probably do it when you're at work because I like doing it. It's fun.
Okay, if you want, go for it.
We might just need a little bit more Bondo if I'm doing it, but
we're still gonna put a thin coat of filler here no matter what. So.
Exactly. So very hyped on this. This was a huge step today, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. This was major. So I said it a million times what we have to do, so we're gonna end it there. So I hope you guys liked today's video, and well, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and B.
Have a great night. Peace.